Thank you very much. My name is Thomas Langali from Mwanjila Vocational Training Center, the current secretary of the institution. I'd like to take this opportunity to say Happy New Year to each and everyone, the year 2024. We are glad and we praise the name of the Lord Christ Jesus for making us see the year 2024. And we'd like to take this opportunity to say welcome to Mwanjila Vocational Training Center, a center that molds for exemplary, visionary, and responsible men and women in the future generation to come, where we always train for self-reliance, people. So before we continue, we can have one of the songs so that we can able to get blessings of God before we continue. Hizo zote ni neema bure kutoka kwa Mungu. Tazama ninavyopumua, tazama nilivyo na nguvu. Now, we are back to Mwanjila Vocational Training Center. This is an institution that was started in the year 1975 as a community institution. Now, currently it has more than 10 courses that are being offered in this institution. Like we have metal processing technology that is also offered in our very institution. So for the students who would like to join, you are very much welcomed to metal processing technology. We also have another course that's electrical and electronics technology. We also offer it in our institution, that's Mwanjila. We also have another course that is motor vehicle technology, is also offered in this very institution. We have building and construction technology. It is also one of the courses that is offered in our institution, Mwanjila Vocational Training Center. We also have what we call appropriate, applied technology, carpentry and joinery. It is also another course that is being offered in our very institution. We also have IT, information communication technology, that is being offered both for the basics, computing, and also the full-time basis. We also offer the very course of in IT or information communication technology. We also have another course that is food processing technology. It's also another course that is being offered in our very institution. We also have salon hair beauty and therapy, or hair dressing beauty and therapy as a course also is being offered in our institution. And I also have plumbing course is also offered in our very institution. Now, currently we have the 2024 January intake that is in progress. So we officially take this opportunity to welcome each and everyone who is ready to learn, who is ready to go to school, because knowledge is always power. The English men and women do say that. English and men knowledge is power. Therefore, we welcome each and everyone who wishes to come and join our institution. That's Mwanjila Vocational Training Center. Remember, we also have free Wi-Fi, free internet services for our trainees as well as the staffs or the trainers or working staffs present in the institution. So we have very well organized programs. So for the trainees who will come here, will also enjoy for some few hours. They'll enjoy the free internet Wi-Fi services that we have for our institution, and this one will be able to help these trainees to be able to do or to perform their researches based on what they learn in class, based on what maybe they think they need to research to better their future. So our institution is a very nice institution, being the second largest in the coast region, led by Kenya Coast, Mombasa, and in Taita Taveta is one of the largest technical institution, so a vocational training center. So welcome all who wishes to join us. We are currently on, and I welcome the January 2024 intake, as in it is in progress. Welcome. For any question, you can actually reach us via 0769 917219 or 0707 603302, and we shall actually talk, and I shall answer your questions that could be having. Thank you very much. So apart from the area of professions or the courses that a trainee will have selected, with amongst the ones that I've already mentioned, there is also other supporting subjects that trainee will be able to benefit in. One is communication skills. The trainee will also be taught communication skills. Another one is entrepreneurship skills or the business skills. This trainee will be able to benefit on the entrepreneurial skills that will be taught as a supporting subject. Also will benefit from life skills. Life skills also will be taught as a supporting subject. We also have technical drawing for the trainees who have taken the engineering courses, like for example electrical and electronics, building and construction, metal processing, plumbing department, and then we have motor vehicle technology. Any engineering course that a trainee has taken will be able to be taught also technical drawing as one of the supporting subjects. We also have the ICT, information communication technology. This is also another subject that every trainee who has decided to join our institution will be taught as a supporting subject. So all the trainees who will have joined our institution will be having the benefit or will have the opportunity to get the skills on the IT or the information communication technology as a supporting subject. So our institution is well equipped that we welcome each and everyone who wishes to learn to come to our institution, where we train for self-reliance, to nurture exemplary, visionary, and responsible men and women in the future generation. And this all is in order to realize the Vision 2030, which requires exemplary and visionary women and men in this future generation to come.
Tazama Nitamsifu Bwana nicheze muone, nitakutoka Bwana nicheze muone. Nitamsifu Bwana nicheze muone, nitakutoka Bwana nicheze muone.
Thank you once again. Our institution being Mwanjila Vocational Training Center, we only have 2 examination bodies that they examine these particular exams that are the national examinations. We have the NEC and then we have the NITA. NEC is the Kenya National Examination Council, and then NITA is the National Industrial Training Authority examination. Now in NITA we have what we call grade 3 examination, grade 2 examination, grade 1 examination. Now what is being tested in these exams, or the grade 3, grade 2 and grade 1, is that the examination board will always test the training on the 90% practical of the area of profession and 10% on the theory part of it. Only the 90% practical and the 10% of the area of profession. Now you're going to realize that when a trainee sits for the exam for the NITA, maybe grade 3 in any of the area of profession, you're going to realize that if the student does well in that particular exams, the results comes for that trainee and has done well, then that particular student, through the guidelines of the instructor of the department, will be now able to come and register for the grade 2 examination on the same area of profession, depending on the instructor of the department. The advice and the instructions may be given out by the head of department. When the student maybe does the grade 2 examination and has done well, then through the guidelines of the instructor of the department or the class teacher, you're going to realize that the student will also be advised through the parent who pays the school fees for the students. You're going to realize that I will be able now to book for the exam for grade 1 because the student has done well in grade 2. You're going to realize the student will book the exam for grade 1. So that is how the examination of the NITA, National Industrial Training Authority exams goes. On the other side, the NEC, the Kenyan Examination Council, you're going to realize that the exam, on the other side, on the NITA exams, it is always done maybe thrice a year. We have always April series, August series, and the December series. But now when you come to the NEC exam, or the Kenya National Examination Councils, you are going to realize that this one is only done once in the period of the 2 years, the completion of the 2 years. And this trainee must be able to have maybe the attendance of him or her to be 75% and above. And the trainee must have gone for the industrial training, in the industrial attachment for the second year, for the period of at least or a minimum of 3 months. And the trainee coming on the second year will also have maybe done something we call business plans, and also done the face thesis exams, or the face thesis trials exams that welcomes the NEC exam. So when the trainee has already accomplished all this, then it means that will be eligible to be able to do the NEC exam. Remember one thing, that in the NEC exam is where now the trainee will be examined each and everything that he or she came to do since the time he or she joined the institution. That means earlier on I stated the different courses that are present in our institution, and also the supporting subjects. Now in the NITA exams, we'll be able to examine the trainee, the 90% practical in the area of profession, and also the 10% in the area theory part of it in the area of profession. But now in the NEC exam, the trainee will be examined the 60% practical and the 40% theory part of it. Now it will examine the student the practical part of it, the theory part of it, and also all the supporting subjects that I mentioned earlier on, like for example the communication skills, entrepreneurship skills, life skills, technical drawing, and the ICT. All these exams will be tested for the trainee, unlike now the NITA, which tests the area of profession, 90% practical and 10% say theory. You're going to realize that all these exams are very important for the trainees because all of them are the national examinations. So when the trainee does well in these exams, then will be able to fit there outside in the community. Whenever given task or given some job to accomplish, then you're going to realize that this particular person will be able to accomplish the task in a very nice way, in a very organized manner, and in a very clear way, in such a way that will satisfy the client what he or she actually needs. So what I want to say is that Mwanjila Vocational Training Center is a center of excellence, is a Catholic sponsored institution, and we welcome all the denominational to come and learn in our institution. We welcome each and everyone because we have different courses. It's your choice. You choose now. As I said earlier on that the January 2024 intake is in progress. Take your chance now. Take your moment now. Come, call us, contact us, so that we can be able to guide you on how you are going to join us, and we move together. Remember, knowledge is power, discipline is equal to success, and always we say that discipline is an enemy to failure. So my people, you're very much welcome to Mwanjila Vocational Training Center, as we have been blessed by Sir God to have the new year, the very new year 2024. It's not because of just ourselves, but it's because of the grace of God that has granted us to see this very new year of 2024. We thank Sir God for that, and we say, as always, let's continue with the same spirit of togetherness, the same spirit of sharing knowledge, the same spirit of moving together, and we say always hashtag that are together as one, or together we can. Remember, always we say that everything is possible through God, and impossible is always the word found in the dictionary of fools alone. So you are very much welcomed to Mwanjila Vocational Training Center, where we train for self-reliance people, center of excellence, where we nurture for exemplary, visionary, and responsible men and women in the future generation to come. And this is, this is always to realize the vision, 2030. So in all this, I would like to thank for those who came with the idea of vocational training centers. Maybe those are our forefathers, all the ones are present, all the leaders who are governing maybe our county, all the leaders who are governing maybe our national government, because they are also doing a good job. They are also doing a good job to ensure that these vocational training centers are running well. These vocational training centers are offering maybe the best of it all. So we must say thank you to our great leaders. We must say thank you to our forefathers who came with the idea of vocational training centers. So to our great leaders of the county, to our great leaders of our nation, to the great leaders of the world at large, we say thank you very much, and we say always that you keep the support continuing, so that you can be able to offer more support to these vocational training centers, which are present in our county of Taita Taveta, which are present in our nation Kenya, which are present maybe in the world at large. So through good leadership, you're going to realize that we are going to realize the best of it all. The trainees who have come in the past years, maybe from our institution, Mwanjila Vocational Training Center, you're going to realize that these are now respected people outside there. These are now people who have a say outside there. These are now people who are also recognized outside there, because we train for self-reliance people. You're going to realize that a few years past, the trainees who have come out from this institution, they really tried their level best in such a way that as we talk right now, there are several trainees who are now big people. They have families, they have good jobs, they have their own workshops because they are trained to be self-reliable. You're going to realize that when they got a little support maybe from the great leaders that we have in the county, the great leaders that we have in our nation, you're going to realize that they designed, or they came up with, or they designed their own workshops, such that as we are speaking right now, some of them, they're employing the individuals, the persons from now the universities, as they await maybe to be employed. They now maybe to start hustling there, getting some little amount of money maybe at the end of the month, and they keep life say running. So these vocational training centers where we train for self-reliance, where we train for different causes, they are very, very fundamental. They are very, very important in the background, or in the future generation to come, and the present one as we are speaking say right now. Remember, Kenya, without the different causes that we are offering, then I think things will not run on well. Remember, all these buildings that you walk around Kenya, you see big story buildings, you see several developments in the country. Remember, there are students or there are trainees who, some of them came from these vocational training centers, that they got the knowledge, they got the skills, that they have built these particular buildings. Some of them, after going for vocational training centers, got the education and the skills, they decided to expand their knowledges. They became great people outside there, and they have done very big, recommendable, recognized, say, projects that if at all you are asked, or you are told maybe this particular person who has done this particular development actually maybe came from vocational training center, you might think that maybe this particular person is lying, and you're going to realize that no, it's not lying. That is the reality. That this vocational training center, they are training for self-reliance people, to nurture exemplary, visionary, say, responsible men and women in this future generation to come. So with these few remarks, I say you are most welcomed. You are warmly welcomed to Mwanjila Vocational Training Center, a center that trains for exemplary, visionary, and responsible men and women in the present and in the future generation. Remember, #knowledge is power, discipline is equal to success, and discipline is an enemy to failure. Remember, January 2024 intake is in progress. Kindly contact us by 0769 91 7219 stroke 0707 60 33 02. I once repeat, 0769 91 72 19 stroke 0707 60 33 02. Contact us, and we shall also appreciate to serve you. Thank you very much once again. My name is Thomas Langali, the Secretary Mwanjila Vocational Training Center, a center of excellence that is located at Bura, Mwatate, about 7 kilometers from the town of Mwatate to Bura Station. So you are very much welcomed to learn with us.